Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this analysis by appreciating you so much for supporting this channel. Your support has made this channel grow. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much for always liking our videos. Now, to new viewers, please subscribe to this channel, and thank you so much for that support. Now, let's dive into this story about William Ruto's, approach of seeking for forgiveness from the former first family and the founding fathers' family. Talking about Jomo Kenyatta's family. We all know that Ruto apologized to UHURU Kenyatta, but the catch is here. What about Mama Ngina Kenyatta? We all know what happened last year, 2023.
Ate wengine hawatoi kodi, hawatoi nini. Nashangaa kwa sababu kila mtu anazungumza na uwewamuka anasema hii na mwingine anamuka anasema hii, lakini serikali iko na laini yake ya vile mambo inaendeshwa. Mambo ya kodi, income tax ni lazima mkubwa au mdogo kulipa kulingana na uwezo wake na mapato yake. Hiyo si kazi ya kuzungumza katika kwa magazeti, kwa mikutano, kwa TV.
Moja hapo. Lakini mimi nafurahi sana hata wale wadosi wamekubali ya kwamba ushuru watalipa. Hiyo maneno mzuri kabisa. Hapo tuendanishe na hapo. Ile maneno ya zamani ya waiver ya huyu, waiver ya ule, kwa sababu anajulikana, kwa sababu ni mtu mkubwa, hiyo mambo wasahau. Kila mtu atalipa ushuru Kenya hii. Hata huyu jamaa amekubali kila mtu alipe ushuru.
We are very much aware, based on our previous analysis that we did regarding the request by Ruto to meet Uhuru Kenyatta at State House, what Uhuru declined. We are also aware about another meeting that Uhuru declined in Nairobi, and then finally Ruto had to go to Shaweri. That is now where the meeting took place. Now, we have noticed also lately that Jeremiah Kioni has been struggling to defend Uhuru Kenyatta, to defend Jubilee from the obvious perception that Jubilee has been swallowed. That's why you find that there are stories that Uhuru Kenyatta might most likely take the position of a CS. And this CS that is being projected that Uhuru is going to take is the CS for interior security. There are also stories that are surfacing that there are 3 positions to be accorded to Uhuru, who is supposed to nominate his preferred CSs who are supposed to work with William Ruto's government in the spirit of trying to broaden this broad-based government. These things, Jeremiah Kioni has been struggling to convince Kenyans against believing them. But that's the obvious, ladies and gentlemen. What we are seeing in the ground is the obvious. That's why I agree, and I maintained in the previous analysis that these dynasties, they always protect each other. In this case, we are seeing a scenario where Ruto could have thought about the aftermath of his term. What's going to happen after he has completed his term? He is definitely going to become a former president. And should that scenario occur, it means William Ruto will also want someone to protect him. So what William Ruto is trying to do is to try to make sure that this issue of dynasties protecting each other continues. What we are seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is a scenario where Ruto will be forced to go to Mama Ngina Kenyatta and seek for forgiveness. And it's not going to be in Nairobi. And it's not going to be in State House or in any other hotel. Ruto will have to travel to Mama Ngina Kenyatta's rural home to again seek for forgiveness. That is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm saying in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, that however much Jeremiah Kioni tries to fight the obvious truth that Uhuru Kenyatta is going to work with William Ruto, however much he tries to do it, the dice has been cast. Kioni should desist from wasting a lot of time convincing Kenyans that that is not the obvious.
Has already given back the position of deputy president to Murima, and nobody has any recognition of it.
Mount Kenya will get very anxious about this because they themselves have left UDA and they are not happy. They are angry. They have left UDA with anger. Why? Because they were promises that were not delivered. The meeting of Uhuru with William, Uhuru is not even trying to pacify the mountain. No. Na watu wa mlima wajua hivyo.
You know, we have seen cases, stories about photos that have surfaced that Kalonzo Musyoka was also spotted in the State House. I mean, there are photos that have been surfacing about that story, ladies and gentlemen. So, all these things, if you try to, link the dots, they lead you to one thing, that the dynasties are protecting each other. What if Kalonzo Musyoka was spotted in the State House based on that picture that I've just shared? What if that is the case? That will only tell you one thing, that most likely, even Kalonzo Musyoka is contemplating a future, a political future, one that, if at all this picture is the correct position of what is happening, then Kenyans should also only look for someone else to actually have their interests safeguarded. Because take a look at this. Ever since Uhuru and Ruto met, have you seen Kalonzo Musyoka, be explosive in his statements? Have you seen him attack Uhuru or attack Ruto? Because we have seen a go-slow in the attacks on William Ruto ever since Uhuru and Ruto met. We have seen Rigathi Gachagua slow down in his attacks also ever since that meeting took place. It's either that took them by, they were shocked, or it's either they expected that was going to happen, and because that was going to happen, they needed someone to represent them by channeling their concerns to Ruto, and that person had to be Uhuru Kenyatta. But the timing is a bit shocking, but that's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. So the big question is Ruto going to travel to Mama Ngina Kenyatta's rural home to seek for forgiveness? Because he has sought for forgiveness from Uhuru Kenyatta. Then there is also another forgiveness that he needs to seek, which is going to come from Mama Ngina Kenyatta, because Mama Ngina Kenyatta is the one who was so much aggrieved. You remember last year when she had to come publicly and tell the government that kama wako na haja na yeye wamwambie tu, rather than subjecting her to a lot of sufferation. That is something that I think Mama Ngina Kenyatta, I don't know how many of you watched that video, but she said those words. She was trying to tell the government to kama kuna issue wako nayo na yeye wamwambie tu, because the government was planning to tax, I don't know, some kind of some investment of them, So I don't know, but let's wait. It's just a matter of time before these things come out clear. So I'd like to rest my case there. But what do you think about this latest development? Do you think Ruto is going to travel to Mama Ngina Kenyatta's rural home? Just tell us below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.